Voila. Are we good? No. Are we live? And we're live with the wrong titles, wrong everything. That's great. Great for the account. Great for everything here. There we go. That one thing. And there's no playlist yet for what we're doing here. We'll create a playlist later. No vintage story. It's like Devlog and game dev and Godot right now. And also, nope, Star Alliance is good. Star Alliance. Science, blah, blah, blah. Save, go back. And here we go. Day number 2. Okay, let's get us started. I'm gonna move us to this. There you go. Gonna move us to the other desktop. Like all these things, I think they should be good. So I'm gonna go back to the second desktop. I can see things that I want to see. That's great. Today we're like making a bunch of progress. Oh, console. I don't want console. Boo. Mono. All right. Let's hide our desktop so that you don't just freak out with what's happening back here. Right? Let's open this one and let's keep a window open on this side. Right there. And let's change ourselves to coding. Ta-da! Okay. I feel like we should be good. Hopefully, we are good. All right. Where did we win? Where did we stop yesterday? Is it like for this farming farm? I think it is. So, yesterday night, I decided to search for a little bit of some tiles and stuff. And to start with that. So what did I search? Like, what did I found? I found basically, can you open this? Tile. Like, there's a bunch of tiles. You can see it like previewed on this side. Not a lot. You see, a bunch of tiles, just little squares and squares, and not a fan of them. I think we will get to work on them, and I think we'll have to do some changes on them. But like these, I think are Kenny's. I think I found them in Kenny's Kenny assets, isometrics, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm just looking on the other screen. Oh, there you go. So these are the ones that I kind of got. They kind of fulfill somewhat what we need, right? Because it does have a little bit of land, and we can say there's some path. There's none that has any kind of like tilling dirt and things like that, but we'll get there when we'll get there, right? So we can load now another block map. I think there's like, these are Creative Commons. What is, I forget what this is. Associated with work, did not deed as dedicated work. With this deed has dedicated work to public domain by waiving all of his or hers rights to the work. You can copy, modify, distribute, perform the work. See other information. There we go. So I think what eventually we might do, at least just to get like the first blocks coming out, we might just choose one or the other block that would make sense for us, that we could call like till dirt, or we'll just find a tool that will like allow us to edit these and then just put some till dirt on it and just go with that like very simple approach. So let's get us started. The one thing I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to hide my bar. Check if I know how to do that, of course. There's always that possibility. Just give me 1 second. Hide taskbar, or there we go. Why did hide taskbar brought me to date and time? This was the strangest thing ever. Hide taskbar. Automatically hide the taskbar. There we go. And voila. Much better. Ah, and I can get up in the side. And let's just, for the sakes of it, let's just remove notifications from apps and stuff, or like, let's make it do not disturb. Okay, cool. All right, we should be good. We shouldn't have like anything strange happening. And if it is, it's going to happen, I think, right here. So there we go. All right. So voila. Right. So we have this this style set here. I've looked for a little bit for some videos and stuff. I'm going to just, for right now, I'm going to delete this. And I don't think we want this either. So let's just remove that. We don't have like a lot of scenes, so let's save this. Okay, so the first thing first, what we did was create a farm. We pointed the light at something. I'm not 100% sure what that looks like still. We'd have to find out what that means. Interestingly enough. Local scene. 0 lumens, 0 minimap. That's interesting. Editor light, light white, and a lot of energy. If I do a lot of energy, what happens if I play this? Okay. There we go. So that's 630 for 360. I think that's what so yesterday I tried to go through a little bit of like a tutorial. Like I saw like some web thingies, and I kind of decided after seeing it that like 640, 360 might be like a good situation. And there's like the window width that I also set. And then one of the things that they were talking about is that you should have viewports for the stretch mode, and you should keep your height so that the pixels do not scale like too strangely. Like you should have integer on it, right? And the rest, I think it's nothing more. That is going to be like too crazy for right now. So that being said, I think that let's try to make just a random map, right? So I think if I remember correctly, there's like this tile layers, but the advised way is let's call it like map or whatever. We can rename it later, right? And then this should have some sort of like a tile map on it. And this is our tile set map. I did I did change the tile map a little bit, right? But I clicked here, and I think that there's something that I'm not 100% sure about, and that is the like how all this will work, right? So we'll try like one layer at a time. This is like the bottom, like lower layer. We'll see what this means, and I think this is kind of like groundish. I really like Wizard's idea yesterday that he gave about doing this in a like an island setting. I like that. So that's why I'm saying lower level here for right now. This could be like a floating island of sorts, right? Which means that eventually there's something that we could make here. I guess we could get like a material, and We could get some we could get some sort of like a material, and we could change this, right, and do like the blue sky as like the material for the back. Okay, so I think like we got a little bit better understanding of what's happening, but not too great. So like if you're coming here expecting me to solve all your questions, like answer all your questions, it's not gonna be it. Okay, so let's go. So tile maps, if I remember correctly, like here we want to add our tile maps, and we're gonna load. We have a ground tile map, right? And this is the one we're gonna load it because we kind of want this to be for all tiles, right? So we want this to be like isometric the way it is right now. We want the diamond to point down, and we want this to be 32 pixels, I think, but I'm not 100% sure if that's exactly what we have here, because it's like a lot of pixels that we got on this scenario here. So that's one of the things that I am not 100% sure, is because if I try to add, look at that, you see that? That's quite a lot. So I think I am, oh, press escape too fast. So we don't want to add that too fast there. We want the tiles to go like somewhere in here, right? Like we want them to go like on this area, and then we want to layer in some more tiles and eventually layer in some other tiles. So one thing that I'd like to do as well, like this tile set does not have, and I think that it would be interesting. Sorry, like where's the tile set here? I didn't see like water. Like this is like the closest to water that I've seen, and I think that we want some margins of some sorts around the like the fields and things like that. We'll see if we can do that, and if so, what does that look like? Sounds good. Okay, so tile map. This is the area that we want, and I would like us. So this is like a 200 pixels area, because like if we minimize this was something that I was looking at yesterday, right? We have the exact size that we need right here, right? If we make this smaller, we will not have it will not have the correct size. But this one, I think it's 221 or 222. It is 221, 222, I think. Okay, there we go. And 226, 256, sorry. But then we need to make it like fit into this one location here, that it is pretty small compared to what we have to paint with. So if we did put a tile here and we did like play, the tile is in the corner, it's like humongous. So we need some way to kind of squish this down, and I think that's one of the main things that I want to search right now, unless somebody has the solution for that. I guess I'll have to take a look and try to find, I think there's like some fiddling around this this stuff, and because like we don't want this to be such a big thing, right? Like we want this to be like smaller sized. Place random tile. Oh look, oh, it's not placing random tiles. That's interesting. Scattering, interesting. Okay, cool. That's not what I want. What about this? What about that? Ah, interesting. Interesting. Rotate. 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 All right. Back to normal. Cool. So, okay, let's see. I was seeing yesterday a tutorial for this. It's like the small, you could do small farm tutorial or something. Tutorial. And I think this is the one. Okay, let me just stop this. So this is the what I was looking at, right? And what was the thing? Where was I? Creating a player, creating the tools, different styles. I think it might be the beginning right here. Okay, so a little bit more. This is where I got the things. Okay, I think this is the part. How is this going? So like he went to basically he went to the tile map, the tile sets, right? And he chose something that we don't have at all. Get it? No. Because is it, what is it changing? So this is the tile set and is the square, right? So in this case, he is doing square. In our case, we are not doing square. We're just doing the, oh wait, this is in a tile map. And it selects, he selects this one. Oh, selects this one. Wait, did I miss, did I not see something? Did I miss something? Okay, so he's doing basically everything, right? Okay, let's change, let's go a little bit back for when he's doing the water. So that's more or less like the idea, right? Like we want to layer multiple things together. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we already did this. We're saving this as a tile set, right? Okay, we already have done this. One thing that he already has is that like his tiles are already 16 pixels by 16 pixels, while mine are really not, right? Like, because like I could, if I just change this to like 222 pixels and this to 256, I could do like pull everything back. So tile set is there, and if I just try to paint out the tiles, look at it. They look strange, do they not? They look strange, like they don't look like the correct size. Oh no, they do, but diamond? Is this not diamond pointing down? Huh. Yeah, there's something wrong here. Because this is just giving us like height and it's not giving us like a structure. It would have to be less than this. Really interesting. Like pointing down, stairs down, stacks. Okay, that's not. Like diamond pointing down looks like it is the correct thing, but it's when I try to put it down, I could try to do this. It gives us like different layers, different steps. So there's something wrong, I think, maybe with this or with the tiles themselves. Okay, interesting. So half offset, is this? Nope, that's not. Hexagons, no, that's not for sure. Squares. Like, because if we did that, the other one is going to be there. It's not, will not be able to do this, right? That's interesting. I feel like that the problem here is the size. So if we did like 100, so do we like 111, and you are going to be 256, 128. And if we do a next one, it will be better, not really better, I guess. So this would have to be like even a third. Like if we did like 64, and this would be like 50, 111 is going to be 60, 60, no, because 60 is going to be like 120, right? Like it's going to be 50, 57, I guess, somewhere. But these are too big. The problem is that these are too big. Is there like any way that we can, let me search the internets. Godot tile set to large. When working with pixel art, blah, 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 if tile set atlas accept typical GPU memory page. To create a tile set, adjust the tiles by modifying the tile set texture origins. The texture original formula is larger size divided by 2 plus the other one. On a grid by 32 by 32 pixels. Alternatively, you can manually resize the tiles by editing the tile set image on exterior editor. Huh. Like tile set. It would be interesting if there's like a way for me to just tell it to so this is a region, but I want you to conform to a particular size. Right? Because if we are here And if we did a 64 by 64, this is too big. Like anything that we do is going to make it strange, I guess. Like 128. Like in this case, the tiles are all strangely collocated. So like if we added this here, how would we even travel on this view? Like, is this a problem of the tiles themselves? That's a great question that I have no answer to. Navigation, custom layers, rendering. If I have 32 here, well, doesn't no difference, I guess. And physics. Let me see a little bit more of the video to see if he has anything that resembles to any change. Yeah, I don't know if like it is the like the isometric stuff that is not happy. Let me just see. Godot isometric uh tile map layers or something like that. Let me see if I can find something that helps. Helps us here. There's like it's like okay, so I'm seeing this here, right? And I'm seeing this video and they just created here their own tiles with a sprite, I think. Okay. Why sort? Oh, like it does 15 by 15, but then it just halves the tile size. What if is that my problem? So if my so like right now my tile set is 222. So if we did 222 and half like this, there we go. Ah, there we go. Much better. Look at it. Okay, so we don't want this one here, right? So we don't want any of that. So basically, we're going to do the bottom. Like this is going to be, this is pretty small for the size that we have. Right? Like this is going to give us a land. So something around like, for example, like these lines, right? Where you have like somewhat of a big store, like island of sorts. And then we're going to have another layer. So if we get in, like another thing that it was doing there, it was adding like the physics, the interactions and stuff. I think we'll do that later. So here, I think what we're going to do, we want to have like a couple of things. So we would want so I'm divided between like two areas here. So one is, so I'm going to like floor, right? Like ground, the real ground is going to be here, right? And what I was thinking in terms of this is we are going to use the same tile map, right? Because we are going to do land. So we want to do, the majority of this is going to be land here, right? And we're going to do that, and I think that's more or less covered. Then I think it's that one. That correct? I think it's correct. There we go. So this is going to be land, but nevertheless, I think we would want in some way. So what I'm divided on is kind of what I want to do here. Let's bring this in. So in one hand, we can have some sort of like a water thing, riverish, that goes through the middle, right? And then we could have that will just then will fall down here, and we'll get another like layer there, right? This okay. This has to go on the bottom layer, right? Like this is not here. This would have to go in this layer, and we'd have to get this one, and I think we'd have, like, for example, these two and this one here. So if we go back in, this is where we are, and then we'd have to have some sort of a slopety slope. And what I was thinking is, I'm missing one tile there. Okay, so we would have some sort of a higher ground where we could just have some water splashing all the way down. And this could be like kind of the separation that we have in terms of like mapping, in terms of map, right? I still do feel that we need to have like smaller tiles because this right now is like too big. So for example, if I want to till one piece of land, it's going to be this, right? It's going to be pretty big, like 1, 2, right? We don't want that. I feel like that's too much. But my idea is that we could build eventually like a bridge or something. I'm still a little bit divided, not 100% sure what is the best solution, but we'll see. Like I didn't say anything, did I? No, I didn't say anything. Okay, let's do one more, like buildings. That I want to do another tile map layer, and I want to be some sort of like buildings. Do we have any kind of blocks that look like groundish that are not right now selected? So let's see, tile set. I don't think the buildings want them to get out of Earth themselves, but let's say that for the sake of it, this would be something that we also want, right? So going back here, going back to the tile map, we might want to have, like, for example, our housing here, our housing unit somewhere there and there. So this would be like our house. This would be what we were talking about, like the loading area. That could have some sort of like platformish on that side. And that kind of means that on the ground level, we would have to have some sort of a floor. So let's get another tile here. That looks somewhat like pathish. Maybe this one. So tile map here. For that, we would go and maybe, oh, that's good. And then one more. And this would take us to over here in some way, right? So there you go. You'd have like this side and that side. So if we did something like this, we can have what I was thinking about was we can block progression for the player, just something like this, right? Like you have a river, you cannot pass the river. Period. Dot. End of story. But then afterwards, we could eventually give the player access to building a bridge. This doesn't look like a bridge, but it could be like a bridge, right? Right here. And that bridge will unlock a little bit more land. So that's one option. The other option would be that we could, instead of that, because we want to grow buildings, other buildings as well. Let me just pick this thing. We want to grow like other buildings, allow the player to get our other buildings, and other buildings will use space from the island and so on. So like, for example, something like on this area. The other option that we have is that the ground can have, oh no, I want a square selection. So for example, like there's another island here, another floating island. So if you go to the ground, and you'll have some sort of like a tillable area. Something like this, I guess. And then just remove this line and this line because it's just too much, and that one is missing one. There we go. So tillable area, except maybe for this area here that we will need. What color did I choose there? And let me check this one, right? You'd have like this one area here. Oh, Command Z. That is like a landing area. And this landing area, you'd have to have, for example, you could have like a landing area here. Oh, Command Z, that place. And then you could go to a building and it could have a bridge that brings you from here to here. Does that make sense? Like the colors are not like the greatest because they go against like the grain there, but if we did something like this, you can increase your like croppage area here, or like we could attach, like the buildings could be attached as a side, and that might be like something cool. Be like something that you would buy, and then they just go and you say like, this is the size that it needs to fit in land, and you just like plop it in. That's one option. The other option would be that you could in some way like push islands together, but I think that's maybe too much. Maybe like having like islands scattered around and you could just jump between them. Maybe that would be enough to get us started. And then if you talk like about automation and stuff like that, you could have like conveyor belts that transport stuff for your particular areas, right? Like, so for example, right now, what this looks like, it's just this area here because you can't see anything because the viewport is pretty small, right? So that's that. I think like these we need to have like smaller pieces, or else everything is going to be too crazy of a size. So that's more or less like what the map could look like with the tiles that we have. Maybe we should work a little bit on these tiles to see how these things can work, right? Like maybe so ground here. We would want, I think, 2 blocks there to mimic the other side, and voila, cool. So that's that. And if we click on a farm, this is what it would look like as like an idea. So like this, you could have a particular places. This could still be a thing. We could have like water flowing from rock formations and stuff like that over here. Like flow, the water will flow that way, and then you would do some tilling here. Okay. All right. So I think that as a first like initial idea for maps and things like that, I think this could be a good option for us. Like this viewport is this viewport compared to like the image size is like just ridiculous. Like it's like a sprite or something like that. As a sprite. This is like animated editor and pixel art tool. I don't want this. Let's see. Best tool to create tile maps. Isometric tile maps. I'm searching like on the side monitor. So there's like this AI website that like it showed it to me yesterday. It's like, look at it. You basically can just create any kind. You have your creative workflows, like everything using AI. That's it. You just tell it, do me the bananas and blah. Nevertheless, it is not very like crazy expensive, because like if you pay $10 and it can generate 65 core AI, 65 plus core AI models across image and blah blah in 3D, private generation, community support, up to 150 gigs. Like this is really good, but I'd like to try to see if there's like something that I can do by hand, I guess. And Excalibur JS. I guess this is not what I really want. Tiled. I think it's going to be like Sprite or something like that. Mentioned in this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I want to edit the create tile set, not tile map. How to make a tile set. To be rendered a tile set, the images have to be rectangular, bounds, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Can you just tell me like an app that I can use? There's like a Pixel Lab. Is it like Asprite, the things that I should be using? Because like Asprite is basically pixel art. Right, for a non-pixel art. Like when I search the web for like none something, usually like the websites that I get like, oh, are you drawing pixel art? Oh, just like you just draw pixel art and then use an anti-aliasing brush. can I do this? Yep. If you want the software for digital painting, use Krita. Okay. Can I use GIMP to do this? Tile sets using GIMP? No. don't 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 beat the messenger inside. I have no idea what I'm doing here. So do you have use Krita, please? Ah, okay. That's what the other people were talking about. Is this going to be like me when I try to learn Blender? That's going to be me trying to do something and nothing working? Is that the type of application this is? Let's see. Okay. Oops. Even for seamless textures, it's better. Way easier. Okay, cool. So it is doing the thing. It is loading. Did it do the thing? Okay, now it's going to do the thing. Let me just move you to this side. I said, let me move you to this side, please. Thank you. Okay, accept. Let's install this. Oh, I'm almost running out of space in my powerful disk. Here, please. There we go. Shell integration. I don't know why I need that, but it's fine. Create a desktop icon. Maybe not. So like the problem that I'm facing right now, and just so you know, is like the tiles are too big. Like one tile is of the size, like the size of the tiles right now are, where's that? 222 pixels by 256 pixels. And that is just making the map huge. Like you see like the little viewport there, the little viewport. Yeah. And like if I wanted to till like a piece of land, it would just till the full map. Okay, let's see. Krita. Oh, wow. Look at that. It has Git shaz and stuff. Okay. Oh, it opened in two windows. What is happening here? Just go to this side right now. Go here. Okay. Use Discord overlay while playing. What? What do you mean? Am I playing something right now? So if I do a new and I want to create, is there like anything? Animated templates, blah, blah, blah. Is there like, can't you scale them? Scale them like inside Godot, or maybe it already has Vulkan. Like you're saying like to scale the tiles like inside Godot? Because like the way I saw this going was where's the maps? So the map, like I had to increase the scale here. Can I just do it for like the tile set? Is there like any option for that? Because I was trying to look through here and I couldn't really see like an option for that. Scale transform. Yes, but like if I scale this down like to 0.5, 0.5, this is going to just, what is this going to change? Like 0.5 to 0.5. And the last one, it would be 0.5, 0.5. Isn't there like a way, like this thing here? Okay, oops, too much, just go away. So where's my viewport? It doesn't look like it affected my, okay, we have a little bit of river now that we can see. Let me check. Okay, not there. So this is more or less the size that we have now. Yeah, I could eventually, I think. This would give me like more, like, is there like an apply all that I can do directly from here, from the tile map? Because if I have to do this like per each one of these, it's gonna be a little bit more tedious, I'd say. And the bottoms. Okay. Map. I don't know, but it would make sense. So this would give me, allow me to have much more like squares, I guess, per, right? Per, like, if I want to tilt something, we'd have like more squares. I'd have to like lower it pretty like a lot in order for it to do not look like too big, because like if this is a square, yeah, like it has to be like a much smaller scale, which will require a lot more pixels going, right? 0.05. Let's see, 0.05 and 0.05. So map again, and if I play, yeah, this might be more acceptable, I think. Like the map itself, can I just, the map could be more acceptable, I think, if we just do something like that. Can you embed game size? Oh. Okay, let's make it. Can I move it? Yeah, yeah. Can I just do it even bigger? All right. So this would be somewhat of like the resolution, but this becomes like pixel art very quickly. If this is like what we're gonna see, it's gonna be like very pixelated. I don't know if it is like the scaling, or if like I have like very small things, like very small tiles. Because like at this, like as we go out, it will become more pixelated. I'm not a fan. Like maybe it's just like these waves. I think maybe it is like just the waves that oh no, it's not the waves. I'm quite sure it's just the pixels here. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, this at least should be allow me to have like a better sense of what's happening. So this one here is going to be back to a green one for right now. Okay, go. There you go. So that would be it. It will make sense. Okay, so if you wanted to have like a character that would just be able to move around, we tried to do that like yesterday, right? Character. It's gonna be a 2D body. One thing that we saw yesterday is that he's very smally wally. So there you go. We want it to show up somewhere. It needs a collision. Oh, yeah. Another thing that I needed to do here is I need to make sure that I get some collisions going, I guess. Is this it? Okay, let me check. So we need to make sure that the tile sets where Atlas pattern select, no selected tiles. Okay, setup. I don't know what I pressed. Texture. There we go. And the texture comes from over there. That's good. And if we open this, is there like, okay, let me just check again. Is this the one? No, this, I think this was the one. Okay, so it's the rendering. Okay, I think it's the physics layer that I'm missing here. So here, here, physics layer. Okay, let me see. Why is this? Okay, there we go. This opened everything. It has a physics layer, it has a collision, and so on. And I think that shouldn't this allow me to set up the textures? Let me check again. Okay. Okay, under rendering. So select. Oh, there was something that I saw that you could just copy paste, right? Like from one to the other. And the rendering, if I remember correctly, what I saw is that we want to make sure that the collisions are on top, on the bottom, or on top. I think it's on the bottom of the object. I forget why, but yes, that's what it was. We want to add a polygon tool, and I think it was somewhere here, 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 and there, and there. Something around these lines. Over there, and over here. Like the collisions. Is there like a magnet? Is this a magnet? Like half a pixel snaps or something? Something around these lines. And then there. And this one looks like good. So this would be like the location for it, for the physics. And we could just paint. Was that it? The thing like is selected, expand on editor. Oh, cool. So this allows us to make it. Okay, you were all the way out. Cool. You are all the way not centered. And you are going to be all out as well. So over there. And this is all right, cool. So let's uncenter that. And this is good. And I think that we also, the other thing that it was saying is that we want to move. So not that, the rendering. Let me check again. He was moving the rendering up. Okay, so that should go up. Okay, so that's something like that, those lines, right? So we want the rendering. We want this to go all the way to the top. So it's like minus 100. Nope, too much. Minus 50. And we want to go, I think it's going to be like somewhere around like minus 64. There we go. And that's good. And this one doesn't have anything that is similar to that. Can we just select this and copy? Let me see. Physics layer. Paint it there. Can you not paint it in the same place? Doesn't look like. Okay, so it's better if we just select like all of them at the same time. And then let's select, select. And I think those are like all the regions that we care about. And we're going to do here the same thing that we did before, where we're going to open this as big as we can. Let's move this all the way down. Okay, didn't like it. Why didn't you like it? I don't know why. You go there. You go over here. And you go over there. There we go. I'd like to increase this. Thank you very much. So I can see what I'm doing. Okay, that one looks like it is in the correct place. So with this one, it has to go here. Which means that this one has to go over here. And on this side, we're going to move you all the way there. So one in, and we should be good. Boom. Why is only correct? Oh, because like the location, the X. So minus 64. So minus 64. That's good. And now the collision should be in the correct place, right? Now the collision, it is in the correct place. There we go. So they have collisions in the correct place. And we should be pretty much good. There should be like a way. I think there was like a way that you could paint this around, but maybe I'm just mistaken. There we go. And voila. So that would allow us to go back here. And I don't know why the body is like in this strange color, but it's fine, I guess. So child node, if we did give it like a mesh, can we make a cube or something? No, it needs to be a mesh, right? Okay, so it needs to be a mesh. It's gonna be a mesh, right? And then the type of mesh that we want is a, like if we did a cylinder mesh, is going to be laying down. Is that's what's happening? Can I transport you? So this is not happy. Why are you not happy? Because it needs a collision shape. So let's give you a collision shape. Collision shape. And the collision shape is going to be somewhat of a rectangle. And this rectangle is ginormous. Let's get you a little bit smaller. And now, collision. And now let's go And voila. Okay, so for right now, they are correctly in the same place. And then just the mesh in itself. Can we give it some texture? What is the easiest way for me to give it like color? Just like give it like a green color or something. Something like that? No. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not this. Camera texture, curve, canvas texture, diffuse. Okay, not that, I guess. Automatically scalable. And material. Yeah, I don't have any like material here. Is there like a material? There we go. And is there like one? Okay, let me see. If I click here and do that, that doesn't look like it allows me to just give it like a single color. Can I just give you one single color? Oh, that. Why are things so hard? Why can I not just make it you have? I have. But isn't there like an easy way for me to just give it a color? Sky fog, spatial particles, template, default. I don't think, do we need shader? I don't think this is the correct one. Add, subtract, multiply. Ooh, colors. I don't know. So if we did just run, would that, oh wait, we can't even see it. It is on that corner, right? Can I move you? Kinda sorry. Position, let's go to 100. Is 100 too far away? Oh, 100 is right there. So 50 pixels. And then 50 pixels. Is 50 pixels too much? It is. So let's do 25. So that, like, what is happening on that corner? I don't understand. Save. You have to pass the, oh, there you go. It's right there on that corner, little corner. You have to pass the initial grind. Lol. In truth, I don't really know or remember. Yeah, like that's what it looks like. There's a lot of things happening right now. So if we did get, like, we were able to see our little friend there, right? And this was the thing that if we attach the script, we create like that script, and this should give us eventually maybe some movement. Let's see if that works. Okay, click. Okay, not really. Okay, let's see. So that is UI left and UI right. Like, is that like the W? Was that? No, it's not. Okay, let's see. So direction times speed. Speed is 300. And should move toward. We have to define the inputs. I assume like I'm using like UI left and UI right. And if I remember correctly, those are pre-built. like UI right should be just right, whatever whatever right is. So let's see. Let's do move left. Let's remove this one. And this is going to be A, and this is going to be left physical. Okay. And then move right. And I think this is going to be wrong, if I remember correctly, because we are in an isometric situation. So it's not like as easy as just move to the right, just move to the left. So move up and move down. So this one up, up, and now down and down. There we go. So these are the things. Get input, and so like the thing is, when we put direction, they handle the movement and deceleration. A good practice would be to replace UI with axis. Okay, so what do we have? Input, get, axis. Get joy axis. What does that even mean? Positive position, move left, move right. So in the end is if there's like an input dot I think I've seen that's like key or something, or action pressed, and the action would be, if it is like move right, we would want our velocity dot x to be equals to direction. Direction is going to be positive, right? What does get axis do? Get axis inputs the specifying the actions, negative and positive. Okay. How do I go back from here? Okay, I can just roll back. So direction is going to be positive. So it's going to be like speed to the right. And then elif if input dot action press, it's going to be move left. We're going to go like the reverse. And basically this cannot, like, this is the velocity to go to the left, right? Direction, what is velocity in this case? Get gravity. Oh wow, there's gravity and stuff. And if direction times speed, you know, if not, moves towards speed. So this is going to be interesting. What is velocity again? What is velocity? Velocity is the current velocity vector in pixels per second used to modify the current move and slide. Okay. Okay, so move and slide. So basically what we're going to do is speed equals that and minus speed equals that. So if we just do this, will we be able to move left and... Oh no! Because it returns void. Oh wait, this is not... It is like... action just pressed, I guess. Maybe this one? Unable to write. No! Why are you sad? Why don't you have permissions? This doesn't make any sense. And insanity is trying to do it time and time again. And oh, okay, because it's running. Got it. Okay, this is not really doing the thing. Is there like a log? Console log or something? Logger? Like output? Like print? Does print exist? Test one? Test two? Else? Print test three? I don't know, maybe perhaps. Okay, so we don't want to be like full screen mode. So like three. Okay. It is happening, but the problem is that this is happening per physics process. So, but is it? It's not. Oh wait, it's not moving. So it's the thing. Like, do we need to? Let me just open that. No, it's not. It's not moving at all. That's great. Great. So is action pressed? That's kind of what we want. And then it just goes into move and slide. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it is getting into the correct. No, it's not. Interesting. Okay, let me stop. Let me just put a debug here. Can I add a debug line here? Command B? Nope. Oh, there we go. It's back there. Back there. And let's play. All right, we're here. So basically, let's see what happens. We have to, where's the thing? What's the F1 to step into? F11 and F10 to go move forward, step over. Okay. So what's the value of velocity right now? The velocity, like, interesting. Local stack is empty. Like F10. Like, let's get inside of, okay, we cannot get inside move and slide. Okay, maybe let's print the velocity itself. Does this work as Python velocity or something? Does it work like that? We'll find out, I guess. And here's going to be velocity. Let me check this out. Play. Okay, let's okay, they have one of these here, and let's for right now just take these out. And let's do play. Let's skip breakpoints for right now. And go. Continue. F12. Where is the God, stop. Oh, it's right there, the output. Couldn't see it. That number looks pretty big, huh? That number is looking pretty big. 10,000? What did it start as? So let's go 16, 32, 49. Is it like skidding if I don't do anything? That feels strange. Oh, because like if this is it, if there's no button press, I want velocity dot x to be 0. Yes, 0, and velocity dot y to be 0. Like the problem, if this is not the floor, okay, like there's this one thing that we don't care about and we don't want to handle jumping. So just a simpler version of this. Interestingly enough, I'm pressing D. So the velocity should be always 0, 0 if I'm not pressing, right? So test 2 doesn't show us anything. And test 1, let's see, test 1, it's going to be X300 all the way. Okay, maybe I'm not 100% following how this works. So, Godot movement, move and slide, 2D. Okay, so setup, you need two children, the character body, you need a sprite 2D. You can use Godot icon as a sprite. Oh yeah, like that maybe it is easier, isn't it? If I do like a sprite 2D and then just use to remove that and just use this texture as it. And this mesh, just delete it for right now. And if we go into 2D, oh my god, this is humongous. Can I get you a little bit, I don't know, smaller? Like 0.3? It's too much still. 0.1? Okay, so if we do this, if we save it, and if we play with it, okay, good. And then a scenario that want to go left, right, is it gets the input, and the input is like this. Sounds fishy. So I'm gonna just copy paste what I've seen in the documentation from Godot, and I'm gonna copy paste it here. And we did move left, I guess, and move right, and move up, and move down. Okay, and all of this, let's just comment it out for right now. So save. Are you unhappy? Why? Speed identifier is not declared because we're using different type of speed. There we go. So if we play here, and remove like this part here, there we go. Yeah, it's not doing anything. But apparently like this just works as a charm for on the tutorial. You never use a vector math. So the get input function, we use input, get vector. It checks the 4 key events and sum the return on directions. Let me see. So if we do a print of like velocity is going to be that, and we're going to input direction, or if we save this and we play and we remove that, yeah, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? So it is doing the thing that is doing, but that is supposed to do, but it's not really moving our little friend there. Can we get the position? Is there like a position? Here, self dot position, print like current position, self that. Let's play. Oh my god. The position is it like is skidding. Is he there? If I send him the other way, it's not moving it's not moving it at all. Like one way or another. Even if I like just select tell him to go left. Now he stops. But it's not moving, right? But if I do right, if I do up, if I do down, like the position doesn't change at all. That's interesting. That's interesting. To be fair, I don't know why. Because this is like a character body. It should be good. They tell us to use a sprite too, which is good. And then we have a collision that hopefully, where is it? Collision? Oh, is it like too small? Okay, it is kind of too small. Okay, this, let me just move this forward, put it into the front of it. So this one to the side, and then let's try to get it big enough. Why can I not make it bigger? Okay, there we go. So let's get you. There we go. And now maybe a little bit less on this side. And now it decided that it doesn't care about anything. So there we go. Let's save that. Let's see if that makes any difference. Oh my god, it was the thing. It was a collision. It was too small or something. There we go. Look at that. It moves. This is moving. And like, I think that maybe what we're missing right now. Oh, this is wrong. Okay, you go under this one, but there. Okay, let me see if this still works. Oh, because there's collisions there, right? It cannot move. No! Get out! So if we restart. Okay, just moved out. And now I cannot get in again. All right, I think that's it. All right, I think that's it for us today. It was fun. We were able to move our little thingy here. It is not starting in the position that we expected to start, right? Because when we start, it just collided and just moves himself out. I think this there must be a problem on the location, like the height or something, that is making this not very happy, because like it's colliding, it's just like jumping out, like as we saw here, like right, it collided, so it just collided, went there, and then it went that way, right? So, and there's also like something that we need to, it is by design that the collision just moves around, yeah, but so like It feels like that right now. What we're missing is like you cannot stop. So I don't understand why the collision is putting it on the side though, like on the bottom. Shouldn't like this be on top of all that z-wise or something? I don't know. Okay, so all this, can I just group it together? Oh my god, this is not grouping. Can I not? Grid options, move you. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to move this guy like by hand without having to touch the things there. It just went away. Like just went away. Crazy. But if we put him right there, it's not gonna move, right? Yeah, there we go. He cannot move past those things, so. All right, so we passed the first problem. Like we put tiles down today. We put our friend also in view. So we kind of are starting to get things going. Is this like anywhere near this working? No, it's not, right? Like there's also right now there's a problem that you should like go in somewhat like this is Python. I forgot. We need to move the player in an isometric way, right? Like if they press down, they shouldn't go down like this. They should go down like on. So if you press down, they should go southwest, and if you press them left, they should go east northwest, right? So like if you press like left, it should go. If you press down, it should go here. If you press left, it should go there. If you press up, it should go there, and if you press right, it should go that way. So like we need to find out like that isometric path there, the math that needs to happen here, and then we need to find out why is it moving like a crazy boy there. I guess we messed up a little bit like our collisions or something like that. So I think that's it. All right, friends, I have to go pick up my kid. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, like I think I need to give this like I forgot to do social media before I started this again. Oh my god. So like I need to be better at that. I need to have like some reminder or something that I need to cancel before we go in. Yeah, but let's do that. So tomorrow, again, 10 a.m. Central US time, we're going to do this. So we're going to try to be a little bit more consistent. But like this week has been a little bit crazy with my cat being sick, my tire having a hole, and I had to go repair it and stuff like that. Let's hope that the week gets a little bit better and that we can have like a little bit more consistency on the afternoons where we can do a little bit more things. Sounds good? All right. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, 10 a.m. And if you like the content, just don't forget to press subscribe and follow, depending on like the platforms that you're in. All right. Thank you, Ens, for all the help there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.